Hello there, world of tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, we are going to be looking at one of the craziest games I have played in years of World of Tanks Blitz. Now, this game isn't going to feature an incredibly high damage battle, but I can tell you for a fact that by the time you're done watching the video, you will be like, what the heck did I just witness? So, yeah, it's going to be a crazy one. This game is going to be featuring the Sheridan, a Tier 10 American tech tree light tank. This is a vehicle I've talked about a lot on the channel and why I think it's such an incredible tank. And there's many reasons for it. First of all, it's got a lot of alpha, and it's got pretty good DPM for what it is. I mean, 2,500 DPM with calibrated shells and 560 damage per shot alone is very dangerous, and it allows you to get some absolutely crazy bonks. When you pair that with 10 degrees of gun depression and very troll armor, the Sheridan is just a crazy dangerous vehicle. It's just amazing what you can get away with this tank. I have a lot of people that ask me, what do I prefer, the Sheridan or the Boss Chatillon 25 ton? And I really like the Batshot. The gun on that tank is absolutely devastating, being able to deal 1,050 damage in 5.6 seconds of the first shot, which is crazy. Or, yeah, it is 5.6 seconds. But the thing is that the Sheridan can deal 560 damage in essentially 0 seconds, reload, and pop out again. And when you think of it like that, this tank is quite incredible. Now, I was platooning with Flossie in this game, and we were kind of memeing at the beginning. This was actually on live stream. So we have our first opponent in front of us, which is the Object 268 version 4. And we cut right through his armor. The thing about the Sheridan is that it has the highest heat pen for a tier 10 medium or light in the game. It has 341 millimeters, which means that you actually have enough pen to cut through the lower plate of a 268 version 4 at certain angles, the superstructure at certain positions, which is kind of crazy. There's no other medium or light that can do this. So already, with our first two shots of the game, we are already up to 952 damage. I'm going to poke the enemy VZ. I was thinking about shooting him in the lower plate, but that's fine. We'll just load gold into his hatch and get another 500 damage. So we are already up to about 1,500 in this game. Flossie gets an unfortunate bounce on the VZ, so I'm going to move up here, aiming it on his lower plate, and yeah, I was also unfortunate. I just didn't think his lower plate was going to become over-angled. I just didn't realize the VZ had that much armor on the lower plate. But we're doing okay. We haven't bled any health, so there's no real loss here. I'm able to poke the enemy VZ and back up before I get shot. So we're at 2,000 damage now, and nothing bad has really happened. The enemy 268 version 4 has shot the 113. So I'm going to move up here just a little bit. I'm going to aim in on the V4, and there you go. We're actually able to penetrate his vehicle through the lower plate. Unfortunately, the Hori actually was able to see just the corner of my vehicle and take off a very sizable chunk of my hit points, only sitting at 829 currently. We have the rear of the enemy Sheridan, and that is so disappointing. That Sheridan not getting hit there was bad. Right now, it is a 4 versus 6. But as we can see, it's not looking good. We have a full health chieftain who has been camping on the other side of the map the entire game, literally doing jack squat for the team. I don't understand how somebody can be full health and just sit there and think they're doing good for the team. So at this point, we're at 2,400 damage, and yeah, it's not looking great. Now, it's a 3 versus 6. I'm going to aim in on the WZ. I'm going to wait for him to over-angle. There you go. Nice. Our 490 average damage shell does its job and gets the clear on the enemy WZ. All right. We've evened out the game at least a little bit, but we lose another teammate. Now, you'll notice that a lot of the enemy tanks are quite low health. In fact, the only vehicle that has a lot of HP currently is the enemy Concept 1B. So, if I can take advantage of this concept, it is very possible that this could be a winnable situation. So, let's aim it on the Concept. We get a nice shot into his lower plate for 556. The other good thing is that our Chieftain, while bad, still does have some health left. Another thing you'll notice is the Hori also is not a one-shot at 672 HP. XP. So I'm able to get another shell into the enemy concept and back up before he's able to roll around this corner. Again, being a light tank has its advantages, and this is one right here. So the concept shoots, and because he shoots and I bait him around, he is dead. We still haven't bled too much health. God, imagine if that Hori didn't shoot me earlier. At this point, we are at 3 kills. We are at 4,263 damage, and it has currently been a 1 versus 5 very briefly, but obviously goes down to a 1 versus 4. So let's see. We have the Hori. We get a nice shell into his vehicle. Nice. And we back on the cover. The enemy Sheridan, I'm trying to bait a shell from. Unfortunately, as we can see, that's just not happening right now. But I need to take it. I need to risk it. So I poke the Sheridan. I get a snap into his vehicle. I finish him off. You'll notice we also got a very lucky bounce from the enemy VZ55. And if that bounce hadn't have hit me, I can tell you for a fact that this game would have been a lot more challenging, as I would have had to basically, I don't know how, but deal with this Hori. So at this point, I'm just trying to bait a shell from him, and he actually hits that shot. A very good shell from that enemy Hori. I'll give him credit, because I didn't think he was going to hit that shot. Flossie, when he was watching the game, didn't think he was going to hit that shot. At this point, I'm waiting for my camo to reset, looking for the VZ, not seeing anything. The base cap is at 85. And I was going to go wide, but then I was like, wait a second, I can't do that. But there's a bush right in front of me. And one great thing about this bush is that if you drive into it properly, as you can see, you actually aren't spotted until you shoot. So we're able to clear the AMX-50B, who has been sitting in the base the entire time. At this point, I have 6 kills, 5,400 damage, and it has been an absolutely crazy game. Now, I know that VZ is most likely going to make his way up the middle ramp. And this is where things are going to get a little tricky. Is this VZ going to allow me to get the shell or not? I don't know. But there he is. VZ makes the misplay. He was looking for me off to the side, and we're able to finish him off. Outsmarting and outmaneuvering your opponents is by far the most important thing to do if you want to win games. And this was an absolutely crazy game at that. Not only did I manage to pick up 7 kills, which is obviously, in my opinion, the hardest award in the game, but we also obviously got an ace, and we got a 1 versus 3 Kolobanovs. So what an absolutely insane battle, bringing in 1,700 base XP. I can tell you for a fact that when this game was going on live, my brain was in overdrive, and there was not much being spoken. But yeah, if you want to see this battle being played live, I would highly recommend to check out the live stream where I did indeed do that. The Sheridan is easily one of my favorite tier 10s in the game, and that is because of the potential and power it features on this small tank. So let me know in the comments what you guys think, but this was a crazy game, and I just knew the moment I played it that this was hopping right on the channel. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.